Hey everyone, welcome to Steamport. In this lesson, we'll be learning about winter, Earth seasons and what causes them, and then finally, we're going to make our own snow globes. Okay, so let's get on with the presentation. The first two questions you see right here, you can probably answer, and the third one you will be able to answer once we get to the next few slides. So let's talk about the moon's pole, which will help us understand a key concept that will explain why Earth has seasons. So let's talk about gravity. Gravity, as you already know, is a force that attracts a body to another body having mass. The moon's gravitational pull, for example, causes the tides because the gravitational force from the moon's mass pulls at the ocean water on Earth. Unlike other planets, which for example may have dozens of moons, the Earth only has one big moon. So the gravitational pull the moon has on Earth is bigger but consequently more stable. So this pull caused by the Earth, right? Caused by the moon, causes the Earth to have a tilt. Or in other words, Earth is in the moon's gravitational pull field. And this causes it to maintain its well-known 23-degree angle tilt, or more specifically, 23.5 degrees. So this is called the axial tilt, and it's the angle between an object's rotational and orbital axis. Now the orbital axis is this horizontal line that you can see cutting through, and that's just the Earth orbiting in an elliptical pattern around the sun. And the rotational axis is this right here, as you can see. So this is what the Earth rotates 360 degrees around, and this angle in between the line that's perpendicular to the orbital direction and the rotational axis is the axial tilt or angle. So the degree of the tilt has changed slightly over millions of years as the moon has moved a bit farther apart from Earth, but it's a negligible change. Or further to the sun. If a hemisphere is further from the sun, it will be colder, and if it is closer, it'll be summer, or if the hemisphere is further from the sun, it will be winter. Now, more specifically, it's not just about closer or further. It's about the angle at which the sun strikes the Earth's surface. Now, if you take a look at the diagram right there, you'll see that at some parts, the sun is striking the Earth's surface more directly. Those parts get more sunlight, get more concentrated sunlight, and thus have higher temperatures, and those areas experience summer. Now, the parts where light strikes, so the sun's ray strikes the Earth's surface at an angle, that sunlight, which is the same amount of sunlight, is spread through an angle, so it's diffused. So each part of that area gets a less amount of sunlight. So if you visualize it, imagine like sun's hitting head on versus hitting at an angle. You're going to have the sun's rays spread out. And the whole thing's going to get, each part of my hand will get less energy from the sun, and thus it'll be winter. So this is why in the northern hemisphere, when it's winter, the southern hemisphere, it's summer. And just to clarify, hemisphere means half of a sphere, and that's the way our Earth is divided. The northern and southern hemispheres will have opposite seasons. So this brings us to seasons. The reason why Earth has seasons is because of its tilt. Seasons depend on how close or far a hemisphere is from the sun, or more specifically, the angle at which the sun strikes parts of the Earth's surface depends on Earth's position along its orbit. So here you can see a diagram that sort of illustrates why in the northern hemisphere it's winter and in the southern hemisphere it's summer during the winter for Southern California. It's because of the Earth's tilt and the way the sun either strikes directly or at an angle at the Earth's surface. So next, let's cover precipitation. So now that we're on the subject of winter and seasons, as you know, winter is associated with snow, although not that much in Southern California. So for precipitation to occur, moisture must be present in the air, right? This moisture, when it's higher up in the atmosphere, temperatures are way colder. So this moisture freezes into ice. This ice then combines together, and when they're inside clouds and they're heavy enough, they fall as snow or snowflakes. Now that we understand the science behind why Earth has seasons and winter and precipitation, let's make our snow globe. So here are the materials that you're going to need. You're going to need a mason jar, water, liquid glycerin, glitter, air dry clay, and crazy glue. You can also use super glue, which is what I did. So the first step is to take your clay and mold it into whatever holiday themed or Christmassy themed shapes you want. In this case, I made a snowman. You can also get creative and use food coloring or not to make different colors. And then once you're done, you're going to glue that to the bottom of the mason jar. Next, fill your jar almost to the top with water and add 1 teaspoon of liquid glycerin. After that, add glitter as you please. Finally, screw the lid on, shake, and have fun. Now you have your own snow globe. Remember, the snow globe we made is meant to represent winter. Those glitter flakes are meant to represent snow or precipitation. And remember, precipitation forms in the upper atmosphere in clouds. And in this case, snow forms when water or moisture in the air freezes and then comes together to form ice crystals, which then falls as snow. So let's recap a little bit. In this video, you learned about what causes Earth's seasons and variation in temperature and weather that comes with them. And you learned about winter and specifically how precipitation forms. And you made your own cool snow globe for yourself. Thanks for joining us at Steamport. For more STEAM-related activities, visit www.steamport.org. See you soon!